Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Sever7, and today we are taking a look at the Kizer Militaw, and that's with the ultimate goal of seeing if it's worth adding to your collection or your daily carry rotation. This did come by way of Adept Knives. Those guys are freaking awesome because they offer 20% off anything in their store, and you should definitely check them out. Link in the description. This was designed by Jonathan Stiles and OEM'd by Kizer. Now, this knife has been out for a while. Everybody knows this knife. It's not forgotten. You know, it's a few years old at this point. But since I hadn't done a review on one, I wanted to. But also, it's kind of like the return of the king. You know what I'm saying? Like this knife was some big breakthroughs for this part of the industry, right? For those people that shop Kizer and Concept and We Knives and you know KB Knives, stuff like that. Like for the people that are invested in those brands, Kizer paved the way a little bit with this knife. So I kind of want to talk about that too. But for starters, we do have these beautiful fat carbon purple inlays. They look stellar. They are on both sides, thank goodness. We have two standoffs, deep carry, milled titanium pocket clip. Good retention, pretty easy in and out of the pocket. We have blacked out hardware. And I'm not sure if the handle is DLC or not. I don't think so, but correct me if I'm wrong. Let's talk about ergonomics. So, I mean, this is a big, easy knife. You know exactly where you're supposed to be, and it fits incredibly well. Pocket clip, I know it's there. No hot spots. I wear a large size glove. I can hammer grip it or hammer fist it pretty easily. Just plenty of room. Your three fingers sit back here comfortably. If you had XL size hands, you could use this still comfortably. Even XL, I think would be fine because you can choke up here. And then, if you have medium sized hands, you're also going to be fine. Like this is a big, easy knife. Let's talk a little bit about the action. So the action on this is like, oh, you know what? I got ahead of myself. Let's talk a little bit about the blade. That's kind of important. So right out of the gate, we've got this really nice polished DLC. This is one of the ways that Kizer kind of paved the way in the knife industry, because DLC, especially polished DLC, really wasn't something readily available, under, like 400, 500 bucks. I did a terrible job of cleaning that off. Ugh. But now you're just going to look at it the whole time. Oh, let me try one more time. See if I can. Oh, actually, I've got something. Let's hit it with one of those. One of those. Bring back that shine. I'll stop touching the blade. And okay, I think the alcohol helped. So yeah, we're not doing too bad now. But this polished DLC wasn't readily available for everyone to get until it kind of went mainstream whenever Kizer pumped out the Kizer Militaw in DLC. So what does DLC do? Well, a couple things. One, when it's polished and reflective like this, it's stunning to look at. You just love to see it. The other thing is the process of coating a blade in DLC does two things. It vastly increases the HRC of the blade, and it slightly lowers the HRC of the edge, right? So the benefit is, yeah, you'll lose a point of HRC on the blade, right? So if it's, supposed to be 61 HRC, it'll be 60. But the benefit of having, I want to say it's like a 67 or 68 HRC for the rest of the blade, means that you can't really scratch or damage it unless you're using something that has a higher HRC than DLC does. And unless you're intentionally trying, like if you really try, yes, you can jack the blade up. If you throw it at concrete, you can jack the blade up. But a lot of the normal wear and tear and dings that you would get on your blade isn't going to happen when you have DLC, which is pretty fantastic. We are rocking S45 VN blade steel, unlike the regular Militaw, which is an S35 VN. We have just good, clean, classic drop point lines here. Beautiful swedge. And we're pretty tall. You know, we've got some belly here. It's just going to be great for everyday carry. We are pretty thin out towards the tip, which is going to make this great for poking, dog food, cat food, stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's just a beautiful blade. Now, let's talk about this action. So we've got the reverse flick. Acoustics are wonderful. We do get a bonus acoustic. It's faint, but it's there. There we go. So acoustics on the way up, bonus acoustic, acoustics on the way down. It makes for a really, really delightful fidget rotation. We also have our thumb deployment, duh. And then we have probably the easiest front flipper known to man. It's jimped very well. It is jimped up and around. I can do it. I'm a little cramped. Come on. No. Okay. It's I don't have enough room, right? Excuses. There it is. So yes, it can be done. But yeah, this is just one of the most fidgety. That was like the least smooth. Like it's been smooth every other time, and then that happened. But you know, it's eager to drop. It'll land on your nail every time, right? So no worries there. But the action is just juicy as can possibly be. I love it. And the acoustic on the front flipper, stellar. This is, and even though this knife is like 2 years old and I handled it for the first time like a year and some change ago, it still stands up to the test of time. This still feels amazing by today's standards, right? Even though everyone's pushing their action, everyone's trying to improve their action, this still holds up today as an absolutely fantastic knife. So I know with how quick the knife world moves, you know, we all move on pretty quickly, you know, chasing the next new thing. But if none of the new stuff interests you, heck, even if it does, you can't go wrong with a Militaw. It's like the equivalent to the concept Fenrir, right? How that's kind of an evergreen for concept. This is kind of an evergreen for Kizer. They're drop there too. But, I mean, it's really hard to beat this knife for the price point. It's delivering just amazing value. Let's talk a little bit quickly about the stop pin placement. Are these... Oh, okay, they're internal stops, so you don't have to worry about that at all. What is this? What did that say? Is that 81B or 818? Might be 818. I didn't realize these were numbered. All right, so let's talk about some specs. So this is coming in at a total length of 7.99 inches, a blade length of 3.35 inches, and we have a blade to handle ratio of 0.72. Now, despite this having a lackluster blade to handle ratio, and that's evidenced here, like there's a lot of room left, the knife still manages to look really, really good, and the blade to handle ratio on this doesn't bother me a bit. I mean, yeah, if we could have squeezed maybe, oh, I don't know, a quarter of an inch. Yeah, I think we could have done that pretty safely. Yeah, I would love it even more, but even as is, I don't think it looks ridiculously disproportionate. 72.72 blade handle ratio is fine. And then we have a weight of 3.9 ounces. And let's go ahead and do some size comparisons. We're going to go ahead and start with the milled aluminum Civivi Brazen. I don't know if I can call it the third best Civivi ever made next to the Visions, because there's some stiff competition coming from Civivi. I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm stuck between two. There's an older knife than the Brazen that struck me, and there is a brand new knife that struck me. So the old knife would be the Sokoke, and the new knife would be the Void Flare. I still have to try the Void Flare to determine which one it would be. But the Brazen is coming in about half an inch longer. Let's do the Real Steel Sylph. Made shorter because I rolled the tip. And we're coming in about half an inch longer than the Sylph. And then my second, maybe third, it's my third. My third favorite budget knife of the year so far. Reviews coming out on the others. The Migron Gatov, and that's substantially shorter. So, what's the damage? Well, this knife is only $219.99 at full retail value. $219.99. You take 20% off of that, and you're looking at, like, if I do quick math, I'm thinking you're looking at 174. Let's see if it's 220. So it would be 22, 44. Yeah, it'd be like 174. Yeah, my quick math is good. Yeah, at 220, go buy this. This knife is incredible. There's a reason it was so popular. There's a reason they made mini versions of it. And I mean mini both ways. They made several versions, and they made tiny versions. This is a knife that still beats out a lot of knives today, as far as quality, fit, and finish go. And even if you compare it to DLC prices today, this is still very competitive. I can't recommend this knife enough. And people in the comments that have Militaws can echo my sentiment for it. But if you're going to buy it, use the link below and go to Adept Knives. Don't do it for me. Do it because you're going to get 20% off with the code WELCOME. 20% off. Do I get an affiliate link? Of course. Is it still 20% off for you, though? Yes, it is. So check out Adept Knives. Even if you're not interested in this particular knife, I guarantee they have something there that you want 20% off of. Now, for me, this wouldn't be a grail. This would be an everyday carry, mostly because I know that blade is going to be protected from all the damage, dents, and dings I could do to it. But let me know down below. Is this a collection piece? Is it an everyday carry? Did this knife miss the mark for you entirely? Share your thoughts with me. I'd be interested in reading those. If you haven't yet, hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe. Until the next time, guys. Peace.